Here we
So,
go. Yeah, we're Oksana's channeling Trump, and he was just telling us about the three and the number stuff. Can you kind of repeat some of that, Oksana, about
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
the
you know
number
that
eight?
symbol on the, I don't know how it's called. Like, I don't play cards or anything, but it's like a symbol of three leaves on a stem. He showed that. He said, like, it's a universal symbol of unity of three. And three, it's not really a number, it's the energy. It's an energy pattern that represents the a lot of things it represents, as I understand, but it's a building material. It's like a molecule, energy molecule of creation at the energetic level that is not seen with physical eyes. Um, type thing, like body, mind, spirit. There's a lot of things to that that goes into this. That's what he said. It's important, and also eight. That we knew who came here to wake up, that was embedded into us because we needed to wake up, and that was like a saving kind of ground for us to actually even agree to come, or know inside that, okay, I can come no matter what happens. I'm safe. My soul is going to be safe. um yeah, what, I don't know. If Easier maybe can add something.
Yes, we mentioned that in my readings, I saw many times number eight, and eight is the number of the infinity, the psychic number, the abilities, or basically to go really, really far with your third eye. And again, when you was talking, I have number eight with the oracles, which is a different
Wow.
deck. Sorry, maybe I need to
No,
show
he's
No,
saying
here.
no,
great.
it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And again, half man, half lion. This is how connected is Trump with all the situation. We mentioned even that he's building a special ship. This is why I need gold. His money, even is one of the richest men in the world, is not enough to build what he's building. He's upset because other people let him down, and some alias, uh,
Alliances.
alliance. Sorry,
Yeah, groups
but
like.
yeah, they let him down, and they know this project. There are other, I feel there are a few people they know about this project, but they let him down because how we can see here, this is card is the legacy card. Is a card of plans. Okay, where we're going to build this project, in which area, which I have a feeling there is a state in the USA that they are already building this. But you see, it's very worried because they are late. He can't sleep. He's really suffering. He
Mm.
can't sleep properly in the night. I think he sleep little. Yes, this is why he's really is trying to now to find even um, expose the people they are trying to sabotage this project, and to expose even who betrayed him.
Yeah, that's
Th-
important.
This is why I saw a lot of solitude by Trump for a while.
Yeah.
This is why he was disconnected, okay? Because he needed to study.
Hmm. Yeah, makes sense because he has this. He's constantly talking to people. This huge chamber I saw in the astral. I mean,
A
that's where
car just
he's.
fall.
Oh,
Sorry.
really? Oh, you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, again, this one, the victory.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yes, he will. He will going to do it.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
really stubborn. Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind the end game here. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, what obstacles we take to get there, that's a whole nother story, right?
Right. Yeah, it actually, it's kind of ironic you said stubborn, because I feel that people who are winning here, we're kind of born stubborn, even according to our astral, horoscopic science. We usually are the ones with the horns, right?
Yeah.
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 So,
And Oksana, Can Mr. Trump tell us again who he trusts as far as like the truthers out there? Because that was very interesting what he said earlier before we went on the air.
Yeah, he said first of all, I really felt it from him. He only really trusts himself
Right.
because he knows AI technology is trickery, and he came from, like he said, we all came from the future. Those who are helping out at the physical level, it's like we're not, we're just in human bodies. People are always seeking for some galactic, intergalactic alliance, and those have to look like aliens. No, we are the real ones who are actually pushing the whole thing because we are inside that quantum computer, that reality. You can only do it from inside. That's a trick.
Yeah.
They can give us information, but we ourselves also can give ourselves information because they also put us in 3D reality because we also connected to higher realities and incarnations, our own incarnations and higher realities. So if they implant us with the implants, they can drain information from ourselves from high densities also. That's a trick they use, but it really is, those are us.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we say that every video, it seems like, go within, go within, go within. I mean, trust your gut, trust yourself. And the gut to me is just a matter of speaking. Um,
Right. Yeah, but people still, like, even when they write me for a session, a lot of times people say it's like a program. It's such a strong program when they wake up. I
yeah.
want to know who I am. That's fine, everybody does want to know. But then, and I want to know who my guides are.
Mm,
And it's like, it's amazing. I noticed that's like when people just wake up, they always want to know who is guiding them. But the
yeah.
truth is, they themselves guide themselves. That's your
Yeah.
soul who set up an alarm. Hey, time to wake up. Seriously, you came to here to do something. And even despite all the attachments, all the entities, all the alien groups who implanted them with implants, that alarm still wakes them up. How is that? It just shows us how strong we are against all of this.
Yeah, and you mentioned that implant. There's two different kinds of implants. There's a physical implant, and then there's a spiritual implant. And
Etheric, yeah.
yeah, that's the right word. I can never say that word right. Yeah,
Mm.
and it's hard for people to grasp that, I guess. Even myself, sometimes it's like, wow, this stuff is like out of this world. Some of this stuff that's coming to light
Mm.
finally.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I detected one truther as well. Um, is woman. I detected one. It really disappointed her. I have a feeling that he's really disappointed even with his wife. Is a Melanie the wife? Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
Melanie because I have
Melania. Melania.
Melania. Yes, I see that is really something's going on there. He betrayed him. And
Huh.
she was a truther for him. She was the one that she had to collect information. She's the one that she was for him.
Yeah, and
It's
that was
very
to our understanding too, that she was like his sidekick attached at the hip, if you will.
because I have this. Apparently, she gave him wrong information. And she let him down, and we can see this picture. This is she collected wrong information. You see the caps there look like a M.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this card they're not assembled very well. It should be 8 cups, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
assembled in the right position. So, and she do hypnosis. She go to hypnosis. She's very high intelligence. This woman,
Very
but
intelligent. Yeah.
sound that unfortunately is really disappointed
Hmm.
of this lady. She betrayed. I don't know. She did something very wrong here.
Hmm. Well, there's a lot of questions about the marriage and uh, you know, all kinds of weird stuff here. She's a queen from another country, and there's a whole lot to this
Right.
I
Like a,
think
subject.
I think she's a part of her for is
like a handler of his type
lost
thing.
even, yeah, of the election. That's what
Yeah.
I perceive. And that the truster, he doesn't. You're right when you say he just trust himself, but he has few favorites. He has to live. He has to move somewhere to clean up the energy because even the where he lives right now is apparently is not energetically is like he's constantly monitored. He's constantly monitored, and this is why he has to move. This is house move. He has to move to a new base.
Mm.
Okay, and probably he was living in different place. This is why he was quiet. He was studying. He was taking self stronger. Okay, but yeah, I feel that the last couple of months for him was really really difficult because he didn't know in the end of the day which one I have to trust, which one is give me the right information here, because I have a project. This is my purpose in this life here, in this
Well,
physical lives. Yeah.
Oksana can sure ask him that if he's had some disappointments with her. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, you can call him again. He said that the. I heard that before in my head when you were talking that he pretty much considers that he leads a solitary life. That a lot of this, what you see in public with his family, is like also some of it is act because, but he really adores his daughter. Like he's the one he trusts. He always says Ivanka is like my best friend and
uh,
everything. And he trusts her. He gives her projects. She's very much like she wouldn't talk about it to anybody. Um, I feel like she's out of like something very high density being. Because I always see her energetically very tall, bright, light. Um, and she's like his protector also. Like she came to help him. He knew that he needed a helper, but he
somebody he
does
could
go
trust.
into days of solitude, like he said. Like that's that
Mm.
the card was the book. Yeah, but he also says that that's my book. I wrote it for myself and I read it by myself
Huh.
because I don't trust anybody write anything for me either. He's like
Yeah.
that, and for to be like that, he had to be very self-confident. It was built up throughout his life. And that's why people take the self-confidence as, he's like egotistical or whatever, and it's not true. It's a different type of you need to be that way to be able to be playing a big goof in public, but then being very smart and analytical behind the scenes, showing them, hey, that's how duality works. That's what they're doing to you, but they're doing it the opposite. They're showing how smart and analytical they are in their conference halls when they're on TV, but behind the scenes, they're total idiots. That's what he says,
Mm.
you know.
Yeah.
But he said, I was gonna show you the opposite. I'm always like the guy who shows the everything inside out. Like, do you want to see the ugly truth? You can see it through me.
Mm.
I'm the screen for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Oksana, and also I see that this strong connection that he has with his daughter uh, can be poisoned if he doesn't be careful. Okay, I can see the
Yeah.
Scorpio that
Yeah. We
comes
see
from
it
the
good.
water. Yeah, the two dogs that they are the friendship, the connection, that father and daughter as, and but there is always somebody that is trying to, poison a sting, like a scorpion, yeah, and poison
Yeah.
this connection. Yeah.
Right. It's impossible to get to her though. I don't see anybody getting to her. She would burn up any being, any implant. I mean, she's like shining like a sun. That's just a very high vibrational being. He actually has more
Yeah, and I
layers
think that's
of
what.
than she does. I mean, she doesn't have anything. It's like, I don't think how she even squeezed that energy into physical body, to be honest. But
Wow, it's that high, huh? Hmm.
mm, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like kilometers long, her energy sphere. I can't explain it. It's just like
Hmm.
people want to be around her. I just know it, you know?
Yeah. What did can you ask him if he met with um let me see here. Let me make sure I say this right. With Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, however you say his name, I call him Bozo. And then there was the William Shatner. Did
Elon
he?
Musk is a dark knight, and I see a logo as a shield with a rocket kind of shaped on it, and it's all black. He's in black with a
Mm,
mask on. He's a double agent of the system. That's who he is.
yeah, and I thought he was kind of switched sides because some people call him, not from this earth.
He's not, but he's implanted and his DNA is mutated.
Well, they
I,
keep talking about this off-planet meeting with him and that Jeff guy that I mentioned, which I'd always seen him as a dark entity, but and then William Shatner, which played in the Star Trek, ironically, they went up in this space capsule yesterday, I think it was.
he just told me that just now. It's like an informational package that they had to have a person like Elon Musk to move the society into the believing about the bases on Mars, Moon, the programs there, get everybody interested, and get more people involved as more people are waking up and getting disconnected. For that, they need to have a group of people who would lure others into the program,
Mm,
and they are acting different ways. Some of them meet with other people who are interested. It's different ways or sessions or whatever that is.
yeah,
There's just different ways to do it, but they needed that because they couldn't hold it hidden from people anymore. There's some integrational universal laws that it's basically, I see like the energy comes and it's unstoppable. The energy says you need to disclose the truth, and then they need to do it quickly. Otherwise, the whole matrix is poof, you know,
yeah.
gone. So,
And we need it to slowly disappear is the way I look at the Matrix,
right. Yes. Yeah. We have to
because of the shock.
disassemble.
Yeah, the shock factor.
Hmm. Yeah. And he's one of those.
Mm,
There's some things that came through him from his soul, I feel. They're like about 30% that he says. He gives kind of like hints because he can't 100%, say untruths to people. Hey, that's what we're doing in reality. Oh, that's what their plan is now they're doing to you. That's I'm not doing that. Like he gives us little hints everywhere if you carefully listen.
yeah,
And he laughs it off, but that's the truth in that laughter. That's what Trump told me about him. But he said you have to be very. Puts on gloves and he says handled with care. This guy.
he's a
So
5D chess player. You know,
right.
I don't even know how to play chess, much less 5D.
Mm, yeah, and all the systems, all the rockets and all this, it's just a big mind game because they need to insert certain technology. They have to keep advancing the technology to keep the fish in the tank. And the
Yeah,
fish are the humans, you know?
Mhm.
right.
This is why we is focus in the third eye.
Mm,
Yeah. So the control of everybody has a third eye. So this is the real, um, I feel, goal for all this technology. Technology can be super intelligence, but what about our third eye, which is
Yeah,
everybody has the secret inside, as the door to go wherever they want.
yeah. From creation, so it doesn't get no better than that.
Hmm. Why I have this, Oksana, that Elon Musk is moving on. Where is going? Where is going this guy?
what is going on with him?
No,
Yeah,
where's he moving on to? Yeah,
he's
Uh,
moving on.
yeah, I see when you said that, I see I couldn't understand what it was. It's almost like a projection of his body in some very slick looking spacecraft. Almost looks like a very futuristic rocket, like spaceship, with the glass in the round, with the kind of
Hmm.
in front like a rocket, and very long capsule. And he's on site, and he said that he's like a dark knight. There is a group, they call themselves Dark Knights, and there's something related to the original angel group, or an original space angels group that got converted into this like dark angels. And then I also see like an alliance of, like, they called also a fallen language, angels. There's double, but there is a race that was called angels. That's how they took this idea into here to incorporate it. But he somehow was that he got overtaken by AI. That's who he is. He's so focused on technology. He's like, it's the biggest obsession of his, and they use that idea that first they implanted him with um, implants, to focus him more on, not on spiritual but rather on AI, technological, and inserted him into this reality. I see like a metallic hand inserting him into a physical Earth reality, and he's just running a program of his life. I mean, he's always going to be big with his technological advances, leading us towards technological kind of idea. But unfortunately, it's related to keeping up the money system as it is now going, which is gonna separate and stay in the different separate timeline from us,
yeah. And
because we will
I,
have different everything.
I got too that he's like gonna disappear at some point in time, like moving on, kind of like that song "Moving On." Uh,
Mhm.
but I kind of was under the understanding that the Alliance kind of had a finger on his head, kind of, sort of. So some of the things he does is manipulated by the white hats, I guess you'd say.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. That 30% of truth, so 30% of what he does is you can
Gotcha.
consider positive.
Yeah.
But the whole idea behind the moving force, it's the originated from, is negative. But he's given a chance also to convert it to positive. I mean, who knows? There's a timeline when he, works for all this Tesla technology and this whole idea It's like he's given two black and white, positive, negative choices. Which one he's gonna choose, we'll see. But he's very smart at the same time, so he's not gonna take something offered because he also sees through stuff. He's from the future. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Right. Very
Um,
intelligent too.
hmm
Yeah.
He knows the games, He knows the games, but he's also controlled by the controls of the game. But he can get out of the control easily. He
Mm,
wants to. Right now, he's enjoying himself. He likes his power, and he's. But
yeah. All right. Did you have anything else on that?
mm, no, not me. He's just sort of flying by himself. He's literally by himself. He's kind of like Trump, It's like he likes to be on his own. I
Yeah.
feel like when here's this thing, when you reach a certain consciousness level, understanding who you really are, how huge you are, not just in words, but in inner understanding in every molecule of your body. And then that's when you just want to be by yourself. Explorer, experiencer, but single one.
Yeah.
I feel that is a part of this project with Trump with the special spaceship that we saw before, and there is probably some misunderstanding that these two guys had, um, because I feel like there is like emotional loss between
Mm,
them. Yes, I have
Mm-hmm.
this card here. This is Elon Musk that feels very sad.
mm,
Also, I can see when you mention Elon Musk being in these planets, I felt many times because every time he basically started from where he left because he was always a wealthy man. He had absolutely everything, every resource, every elements to carry on with his experiments, his discovering. He will come back. That sounds like he will come back, this guy.
mm.
He'll choose positive timeline then. Well, because all the strong. See, Trump he's very smart this way. He actually keeps in touch with a lot of people. He doesn't just, closes the door and says, never again. He doesn't do this because this sign of infinity, it's like infinite connection also to all the souls because the souls can convert and transform into a butterfly. So this metamorphosis, it can happen to anybody. He knows that.
And
So.
he does give people second and third chances for sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
With a finger on top of their head though, or worse. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
but Elon is more like with the system right now. I just see Dragos. I see white-skinned Dragos.
mm,
They call themselves Royal Group with behind him. And because they're also pressured to give people technologies through somebody, like I said before, they're giving people technologies through him. Little bits and pieces, for them it's not a big deal. It's not threatening to the
yeah.
empire, but they know they're gonna leave here. No. But they always come and leave.
Yeah.
The game's over at some point for them. They're used to it. They're not really though those huge ones, giant ones, like they're like a building. That's how big they are. They don't really care.
Mm,
They got what they wanted and they leave with a sack of souls in their hands.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's really a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's also a light force that's gonna come and help with information for those souls also. There's always ways to give information and to empower others to save themselves. It's exactly what we're doing here. I mean, that's the main purpose.
Yeah, yeah. I think people, yeah, need to understand. Like he said, go within, go within, go within.
Mm, yeah, that's when you find your real power.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I wonder if he'll give us a hint of how many of these supposed people that mysteriously passed or died, or how many of them people are alive. Because we've been told a high, very high number, like close to 1,000, that are like kind of hidden right now.
I know I got number 700 like lit up.
And this would be, singers, etc., movie stars that wasn't liking the dark side of life and basically faked their deaths.
Yeah, that's out of thousand, I guess. But because some of them actually kept captive or
Mm,
were taken out of this reality
mm,
at a soul level and kept on the spaceships and taken for DNA or things like that. I see a lot of them were taken to Orion, and because Orion has kind of interesting, like it has huge towers with reptilians, Draco's visiting. They have concert halls, they have conference halls, they have
mm,
all this stuff. They have a lot of entertainment from Earth. There's a lot of like sexual activity and stuff that actually what they put into heads of people, these programs and what they show on TV and movies, that's from Orion
mm.
coming here. And I see like movie stars performing for them or singers, like famous ones on the stage there. I see that a lot. It's almost like a futuristic version of Earth
Huh.
with skyscrapers and, entertainment, beautiful women from Earth there. And most of them I see clones, like
Well,
Britney Spears or others.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, we don't
but
even know if the originals are even still around or if they're still captured, or so many
it's like a
factors.
torture of the mind when the original one understands what they got themselves into and what their clones are used for and why they're low in energy, and it stirs up a real fight inside and between a mind, the physical mind and the soul. And that's when they start the drugs, the alcohol, everything. It's like they want to destroy themselves for what they've done to their soul and body.
Mm,
That's how I see it.
It's true.
yeah.
They are trapped. She's right. Look, there are
Wow.
all these people. They are trapped, and it reminds me somehow. My son was watching this Korean, sitcom. Is I don't know. It's like it called the Squid Game, where all the people basically they give them a chance. They take in this little island, and they can make this game
Mm,
where who make mistakes, they die basically. They're like more than the number was almost 500 people.
wow.
Yes, and this guy, basically the main character is the number 456, I think 456. At the beginning, I was just ignoring. Then my son was, "Oh, mom, look, everybody's watching this Korean. You can watch with the subtitles." But that makes sense. It's like all these souls. They are basically the what we see is clones, and what is the real people are basically fighting for their own life or for their
Mhm.
own soul. of DNA at this at this point for the little DNA left in their body because they are trapped and many people they never come back. This is what I
Mm,
can see. They never come back because they lost already their game and they knew it what they was doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
interesting.
What do you think, Oksana? This doesn't make sense to you.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just they give you hints everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Selling your souls, contracts, all these fairy tale stories all over the place.
But basically, even with these movies that they show the kids, everybody, it's like this is what we're doing, but it's fiction.
Yeah, it's all corrupt. It's all like Draco reptilians doing these movies and all the industries. These are fake industries,
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
you know. So they shouldn't be even here. We should go back to our natural true selves. We shouldn't be adoring anybody or be fans of anybody. You know, you should be your own biggest fan. You know, because if you love yourself, you can give out love. Like people, hundreds of people follow celebrities. I mean, and celebrities, it's really a sad situation with them. Really, I mean, tons of money and soul is sold. So what's the point?
Hmm.
No
Right.
happiness there.
Can I add something, guys?
Yeah.
Basically, yesterday I went to visit Stonehenge. Was a crazy day because we went to every stone circle. Where the ley line they go through is the energy is amazing. It's just crazy. They basically was too late when we arrived to Stone Age. It was closed. They says, "Oh, but you can go to this little village. You can go to the Wood Age. You know, forest walking, and then you can." Honestly, okay, we can try. I mean, we made so many miles driving. So then finally, we find the way to cross Stone Age from a little village, and then to this very, very, um, road which was off road in the middle of country. There were a lot of gypsies already parking. It was quite mystic because was and anyway we was very close with Stonehenge stones, which are massive. And I noticed with my phone, I was trying to make zooming because obviously you can't go further. You can go there inside of the stones only 4 times a year. Um, I saw this big V. And then they created these Mesolithic spots where apparently the UFO they can spot because apparently they should arrive soon. They're
Mm,
preparing everything. So this mark, because it was raining, was everything, was in the rock. I saw this big V, which is the triangle, yeah,
yeah.
reversed. So
Yeah.
what you channel, Oksana?
I when you were
Because I
talking
was
about
like,
these big
wow.
stones, right? Yeah, the big stones are like they started becoming like a 3D projection to me,
Mm,
and they start coming out like Matryoshka, but like a tunnel, you know, smaller, 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 like this. And all of a sudden, I feel like I can walk through this tunnel,
Mm,
and I can end up in different density, different galaxy. I don't even know where I'm gonna end up, but I
mm,
feel like every energetic, it's like a different passageway that unfolds into different directions, and it's like the routes, you know, that the train would take you type thing. And to seal it off, they put a triangle or whatever. It's like I see a pyramidical, like, yeah, the triangle structure, but it's just like a hologram there that they had to make it physical in order to close up that passageway, because that would be the great escape for human souls also.
mm.
yeah.
No
You see
kidding.
that is
So
our bunker. It's our
they had to
bunker.
close it off so people couldn't escape.
Yeah, and it's also it's interesting like these pyramids, they can be used in positive and negative. But what I channeled from the other day from 2000, the different years, right? Starting 2025 and later, that all the buildings we're going to restructure all the buildings, so they're going to be rounded corners everywhere. I don't even see anything like a pyramid like
Mm.
anymore in the our timeline in the future. So that's interesting because the energy flows better and more healing when it's a round circle. So circle
Oh,
room, circle building, circle healing chamber. Notice how they are, right?
yeah. So you're saying the pyramids are better for like in the pyramids, but as far as the whole continent or the whole world, the round spreads better. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Like even if my room here was the energy stagnates and bumps into the walls because it's energy, but it's also physical energy. But if it was round, I could just like,
Oh
it
yeah,
would be going in circles all the time.
that makes
It's more
sense.
natural. That's how everything is. Look at the Milky Way,
Right.
galaxies, everything's like round.
Oh,
So
that's interesting. So that's why they built all these buildings square, right? Huh.
right. And I never felt like an urge to buy, how the pyramid for meditation and everything that they
Yeah.
sell, never had an urge to do that for some reason. And for me, it's a, oh, wow.
You see, this was connecting with you when you were speaking. That is just great.
Wow.
You see the
Mm,
cycle, the fertility? You were just
3.
connecting. Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing.
It's
That's
interesting.
very interesting. So
Makes sense.
the
Mm,
pyramid thing is what they threw on us like everything else, right? I mean,
right. Yeah. Yeah. Just believe in it. Put
So,
your energy in there.
the V was reversed, so was not a pyramid, but because was like that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
what was the message then? This big V was a symbol.
No, I felt like it was a plug, like on the bottle, where if the V is removed, the entrance would be open and you could use this. But I feel it's artificial. It's not for a sign or anything. It's more like for the physical closing and, you know, wait until the moment you can actually open it up with your consciousness.
Hmm.
Because if the wrong person opens it,
Hmm.
they can actually let the negative beings in. I mean, not that we don't have enough here already, but but that's what I felt. Yeah, but the energy, like when you start talking about you walking there, I see like you and the whale of energy behind you, like spreading like this, kind of like a V too, but like a veil behind you, like both sides going, and you're walking, and it's like a fairy green kind of like color from you, and you feel
Hmm.
connected to nature, earth, a
mm.
crystalline structure, everything.
Maybe if I have the picture, I can show you guys because it was really. I tried to zoom uh, as much I could because it was really, I noticed this as that's something here. I think I can see.
So Oksana, you're thinking the V is from the positive.
I don't know if you can see the V of the stone. It's quite
Oh,
massive.
on the stone.
Oh, on the stone. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That is water.
Yeah,
It was okay. Mm.
that is, yeah, but that thing is just like that. It feels like the main stone where the entrance is
Mm,
to this big. It's like a stargate or something. If you move it, figure that out. It's like a sign. Here's the major one, open it up, use it.
mm.
You can go to any place in your universe, but you need knowledge to know where to go.
I felt that I want to jump the gates and go there and explore. I was so hard to resist.
You'd have been
Oh,
in handcuffs.
Yes, there was all the securities watching. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, they don't
he
want you near that.
of course.
security. Because it's very smart technology that they use. It's like those mountains, Colorado
Yeah.
and other ones. I
Yeah.
mean, there are entrances all over into the mountain, but they put this holographic image that is actually become physical in when you interpret it with physical eyes. So if you just like, because what I see is opening. I didn't even see that stone. If you close your eyes and go inside, you would see, oh, I can just jump in with my energy body and
Yeah.
explore. Yeah, that's why they don't want to touch it. They don't want you to touch it. It would dissipate the hologram, kind of
Hmm.
like you would feel.
Exactly. Apparently, the 22nd of December will be open in the morning. So we are thinking about it to go, and we're going to take my pendulum, my cards as well to connect directly and do some meditation. Will be very cold, but yeah, apparently we have to camp there because will be a lot of people waiting for this solstice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Are you done with that subject then? Because I want to ask
Yes.
at least one more question
Mhm.
for Donald.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't want to interrupt. I thought we were pretty much wrapping that part up. That is very interesting, though. A Stargate. That's amazing. Um, so in his rallies, the last one that he did in Iowa, there was a lot of these so-called dead people behind him as he's speaking. But what we've noticed is the different networks show different backgrounds. So I guess I was just going to ask the Don what was his purpose in showing these people that supposedly crossed over, just to let us know they're here.
First of all, I don't know. I just saw Trump coming in this big car from the 60s with an open roof. And second, he said, like, Charlie Chaplin movies.
Hmm,
He's still out there. He exists.
hmm,
And we need to tell people that realities are merged together right now. They're being rearranged, and then the unmerging would happen in the middle of the eight. It goes out, and that's when the creation of two different timelines will be formed. It's still in the same structure. You can still, but those other people you be easily accessible because there's not going to be time. You're not going to be watching the clock. You're not, he showed me the watch. You're not going to be watching this for time. It's going to be like as long as you feel like living, you live. And so you can reach any timeline, any person from any pocket of reality, and see him and call on him, and he would come, type thing. He keeps saying movie, Charlie Chaplin. Think about that.
hmm.
How about him showing up one day?
Yeah. What was the car that was open roof? Was he talking about John F. Kennedy's car? Is that the Pacific car he was talking about?
He's sitting inside of it. I mean, it's like
Huh.
flat on top, like large square kind of.
The car. Yeah. That is the chariot, the car is driving. And then, yes, you see the devil when there was something really, really disturbing happening.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
When you mention Yoa, yeah,
Yeah.
that something happened there in Yoa, actually. Something
Yeah.
happened there.
Hmm.
He knows as well. He knows as well who, I mean, in Yoa something happened because there was a special meeting again. You see the sense of betrayal where people they're trying to destroy this friendship, this alliance that he has with some people. There definitely has enemies that they are close, that is in entourage. Okay, and in Iowa, if I doubt who was.
Yeah, and Trump said that he's meeting all these people, like from different timelines from the past, as from different, epochs or whatever. He can
Yeah,
meet any king or anything because those people hold the wisdom, and he's putting the wisdom together in that big dome in the etheric that I see him inside this conference room with the chairs blended in into the walls. They look
yeah,
big and kind of like pilot chairs almost. Yeah, he's just because wisdom is energy. Energy is gonna break other energy. It's gonna push the other energy out. Flow vibration. That's what he's working on. He has to focus. He knows better than anybody else how to focus, how to not to get distracted. So
yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to grasp some of that, but it makes sense. The stronger energy is definitely going to prevail. There's no doubt about it.
right. Yeah.
Hmm.
The wisdom holds the truth. The truth holds the energy. And nothing's gonna make us do whatever they want us to do anymore at this point. When consciousness is up high, it's an explosion of energy. That's it. Can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and it's pretty high right now, I believe. A lot of us are saying people are still asleep. Well, of course they are. They're going their own speed.
By robots, clones, yeah, they're still asleep. Most alive people who are not, I mean, I see like a lot of people, even outside, when I close my eyes with an exoskeleton inside, it's like metallized inside. I mean, who they really are. Originally, they were born as people, but something happened there that got implanted so heavily in running all these programs. I don't consider them people anymore. It's just sad, but that's the truth.
Yeah, I guess you'd consider it more of a cyborg or something of that nature, huh?
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's going to be a cyborg reality in 2023. I channeled that before,
yeah,
but that's going to separate as a bubble from our reality. It's going to form different bubbles, and everybody will be in his own world.
yeah,
But still being able to connect to other worlds and see how it is. It's not a problem for us. It's never been a problem for us before they tampered with our DNA and changed all of this. I mean, I could easily go to my planets before any time of the day I wanted if you know, if I wasn't in this dense body right now.
yeah. It's hard to have a super high vibration in these. I call them avatars.
Right, like a cage. I see like
Yeah,
a cage.
yeah, yeah. You vibrate your way out of it, huh?
Yeah.
Uh, I got one more subject that they're showing all these boats and stuff on the shorelines coming from different countries, supplies, food, gasoline, or whatever the case may be, oil. I was trying to see like who's really behind that because I think it's kind of a dual operation. But California, the different big ports, they're all backed up and they're showing pictures of thousands and thousands of boats in the ocean ready to come in for delivery, but they're just sitting there.
Yeah, I recently channeled about it.
Mm.
I see like a hand saying not ready now, and I also see like this are not really supplies.
Mm.
There's only whatever 10-15% off what they're saying are supplies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and those are different technologies needed to counteract whatever there is they're using. Like Draco reptilians, tall whites, grays. Those are in control still of some parts of the control system, It's almost like a quantum computer with different levels of programs with control system. And they have to take control over, like a keyboard, it's divided into dissected, and they have to take every section over. For that, they also need technology and people. And I also see there are key people on the boats also,
Mm,
who know how to decode and how to use, like the specialists. Um, and also there's a great grand fight going on right now. China wants to take over the world because it's already in a way taken over the world with all this production of goods that we're relying on. But that's part of the game here also, because some of this, I see smaller ships. They do carry some Chinese products, but
mm-hmm,
to me, it always comes as toxic energy kind of stuff.
mm-hmm,
And but then not gonna be. And then I just saw it yesterday. Like there's like tall Nordics, short Nordics,
mm.
and the tall Nordics are not gonna let China take over the world because they are pro the super race whom they consider themselves. And Chinese people are like they're hybrids of the alliance of six gray races. There are a lot of gray DNA went into making of the Chinese
Oh
as a
wow.
nation, and so they're not gonna let it happen. But it's just we are on hold. It's like in a standby right now because
Right.
the financial system has to come first before the even medical system is going to be changed with all this technology coming in. And it's going to be first for those who empower people. They want to keep them alive because you need to create some groups who would be like leaders of informational field, and those will be the ones being able to use technology, medbeds, whatever they're coming to help. So it's kind of like you have to heal the main group first to um, to make them empower so they can empower others, and so they in others the consciousness can grow to the understanding of, hey, I can also self heal. I don't have to rely on technology. If I really need to, I will use that technology, but not always. Otherwise all the people with all the problems will be running. But what you have to change is their mental activity, their mental body, how they think, their own programming. And I don't see it in the first generation of first med beds, being able to do that. You have to be compatible with your consciousness to even use them. But it just like, and the ships have to do with all of this, plus the money system also. So,
Yeah, I can see that they're doing this in purpose because there is some apparently a positive movement. They are waiting because I think they're going to change resources method. All this fossil will going to be
fuel.
replaced. Fuel with this green. Have to focus, Oksana, because so this lady here it reminds me the State of the Liberty in New York,
Mhm.
and then the green again the fertility, which will be one other resource that will be absolutely powerful, can change everything. That is a green, what is it? Green is recycle, is to use the solar system, the ecosystem, everything will go and change. Green, something tell
Right.
me that's something about green, which
Fertility,
is
getting back
yeah,
the DNA of original
yeah.
human type thing too.
Yeah, this is why I see the ships, they are waiting to sail. And
Mhm.
it's a very good card because it will going to be positive movement ahead. So nothing to worry about resources or fake production from other countries.
Well,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that's kind of what I felt too, really. I did have one more question about them ships though. Is there any kids they're saving on these ships? That was kind of my biggest concern, I guess you would say.
I
In,
don't feel kids on the ships.
No.
No, kids are being transported different ways. There's underwaters like tunneling system. There are, different space shuttles. There's
Mm.
portals. No.
All of that looks really good now, right? Compared to what it was a few years ago.
Right. No, I feel like they're in safe places, and I feel like they're
Hmm.
also using that technology with the kids, also with the high vibrational people. And also, I feel like with the etheric body, all the healers of the world are working with those kids. Because I myself see myself like almost like it's been so many dreams I've had. I've never had the dreams like this, like almost as if I was working in some sort of daycare center or something and talking to kids and giving them my
yeah,
knowledge. And it's every night I see that. Yeah.
you see this? The kids on top of the horse, the white horse, they're free, they're happy.
That's my year of birth, the white horse. It's funny. Yeah, but it's not funny. I mean, it's like the environment gives you the keys and clues and confirmations, you know.
I think the happiness, the transparency of the sun shows that they will. I mean, whatever's behind of this business through the use kids, they will be exposed because we're going to. I can see happiness. I can see joy. I can see freedom. A safe warm place for them because the world will be exposed and you see the Wheel of Fortune as well. It says this is a circle is moving. Something will going to die. These heavy forces that is behind, they will going to stop, exposed. This is why I like the work that Trump was doing. I mean, if it's in connection, what I think you're talking about, Dave. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
because the kids obviously are used for many different ways for energy,
Yeah.
purpose, soul. DNA is pure if it's in
Hmm.
many, and then we know with other ways they are used um, for some people, even for rituals, some people for sex, slavery, everything. But
Yeah.
yes, I mean, when I connected before with this with about oil resources and sustainability. Oh, I can't find the word today.
Sustainable.
Basically sustains our countries, yeah, with economy and resources. It will be a change. Okay, will be a change. We're going to use new resources, which are the green ones. In these ships, I didn't see children like Rosanna, but I can see they basically they will be soon freed because they will be exposed. They will be saved because they are in bases. They're not moving.
Yeah. Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
in
They
safe
are eyed.
hands.
Yeah,
Well, and the only reason I really ask about the kids again, obviously, that's most all of our concerns. Uh, you know, Amazon and Walmart are still having ads up for selling kids. And I think most of that is smoke and mirrors. This is what they were doing, because, you hate to say it, but one used to be $20,000 and now they're $8,000. So, uh, I, I
And
don't, I
they're
don't believe,
falling.
right. Yeah. They would go up because the demands, you know what I mean? They're like if you grow strawberries and you have more, you have to sell them cheaper. Um, Not that I'm really comparing that to children by no means, but I'm trying to use an analogy. Uh,
Right.
when they have more to work with, you would think that their dark money value would be less value, kind of like gold, right? You know, but now
Hmm.
they're saying it's, instead of 20,000 for one, it's 8,000. I think that's hoping people will see it. Hey, this is what they were doing before. Walmart, Amazon, yeah, both scumbags.
Yeah, it's like the other negative timeline. You know how it always after you repair something in the body is still running on autopilot or by inertia. showing up, like you said. That
Yeah,
could be that's what it is. Just let's say whole program it's gonna run until the end of the tape, and then
right.
it's done.
Yeah, because I don't think there's any way in hell that they're still doing that. I don't believe that.
Yeah. And yeah, everything is just like in the crypto too. People are trying to get rid of it. I
Yeah,
noticed that. So, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like at the end, we should not be worried about any of this, about
right.
any food supplies or anybody starving or the money system. Oh, where is it gonna go? And should I sell my crypto? Should I not? I mean, I would not worry about any of this. That's gonna be a smooth transition, like sailing, like Fizia
Yeah,
showed on her card.
don't give it your energy, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So,
good there. Well, you guys
yeah.
can end it however
Yeah.
you like if you want to.
Oh, well, I'm fine too. Yeah, it was interesting. Thank you. Good
Yeah,
questions.
You're good?
Mhm.
yeah, we good. Actually, I have to escape in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to have another meeting.
Oh, yeah, no, we went a little longer. We wanted to. We got on the, yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate it. And I probably won't be able to post this till a little later because I gotta run. I got all kinds of stuff going on too.
You have to
So,
stop the recording too.
yes, ma'am.
Stop recording.
All right. Thank everyone.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.